Hey, you guys. I am in the middle of packing and I had thought about a few things, so sorry for the hot mess look. Um, as we're on this journey, the best part about it, I feel like, is there are so many coaches. There are so many people to learn from. And one size doesn't fit all mentality is, I guess, what I'm getting at. The way one coach runs their business doesn't necessarily have to be the same way you do. And that is what I love about it. I've taken different pieces of what I've seen coaches do, and I've applied it to, myself and the way that I interact and run this team, all of us together, because I've always felt like we all are in this together. We all matter. We're all at the same level, and I love that because I really think that creates like a community and a feeling of support. And my love language is love. Like, I love that national wake up call this morning because that's just really what I've tried to do with coaching. Whether it's a coach 5 levels down from me, my PS coach, I'm willing and I will help any way I can. So I just really, really, really love that national wake up call. It resonated with me so much with my coaching journey. I got asked to speak on a team call, and I was like, "What are we going to talk about?" And I was like, "Love, just love everyone." So it was just refreshing to hear that and to get back to really the core of Be Misfit and that integrity and those values. And so one thing I wanted to share with you guys is something that I learned the other day on a call that I was on, and it really stuck with me. It was, you have to give yourself permission to learn and improve and grow on this journey. We're always going to make mistakes. We're always going to fail. And if you guys learn to fail forward, that's going to be the key to your success. You have to give yourself that permission to learn and grow. We're not going to know everything day one as a coach. We're not going to know everything day 98 as a coach. So always giving yourself permission to fail forward. And what I did was I wrote a little sticky note on my computer, I am going to fail. And I just use a failure as a way to learn. I've always taken a lesson out of something, that didn't work, or that I didn't feel like I felt a situation I felt like I could have handled better, or whatever it was. It's always learning. Hold on. Jacob Matthew, please, and thank you. No. And another thing with that is the circle. We all have a circle of influence, and these things are things that we can be proactive about. They're positive energy. They're things that we have control about. Our workouts, posting, inviting. That circle of influence is what's going to drive you, okay? And what gets in the way of that is our circle for concern, the comparison game. What are people going to think of me? People aren't going to want to join my group. I'm not where I want to be in this coaching journey yet. I don't have enough time. Um, Giving your power to the things that don't matter and to the things that you shouldn't be focusing on. And when that circle of influence gets taken over by that circle of concern, it shrinks. So those positive, feel good things you should be doing shrink when you're thinking about the other stuff, the comparing, the where you're not yet. And it really does. It's happened to me. I've gotten stuck in the comparison game before, and it sucked the life out of my circle of influence. And it's just crazy how true this really works. So I would ask yourself, what can you do more of? And what are the obstacles in your way that you can peel back? So what areas, what circle of concerns are you focusing on right now that you can drop, that you can let go of? One thing that I've been doing is this little thing like this called cutting the cords. So if I have a negative interaction, or someone pisses me off in traffic, or anything, I just kind of sit here and cut the cords. And it really works because it's cutting off like that energy, that crap that I don't want to think about, and the stuff that we don't need to be focusing on. So I would ask yourself that question, and the more you do this and the more obstacles you have on this journey, the bigger your confidence is going to grow. I am living proof of that, you guys. The more obstacles that I faced on this journey, whether it was teaching yoga, doing my first video, taking my first selfie, blacking out on my first call. It all boosted my confidence, and it didn't happen overnight. So continue to challenge yourself and, you know, hit those obstacles head on. And I promise you guys, your confidence is going to be so boosted. Few quick things about confidence. My little tips is start focusing on the people you're serving. It makes, when we start really focusing on our coaches and what we're doing in Beachbody and getting people results and really loving on people, it just really makes us feel like a part of something bigger. It's something so much bigger than ourselves. And I love that, because this is so much bigger than ourselves. And how cool is it to be a part of that? It's just awesome. And then add value. Give more than you can receive. So always give more than you receive, and it will come back to you tenfold. Add value, connect with people, be authentically yourself. Number 3, oh my gosh, if I haven't heard this from training, yoga training, everything, trust the process. That is letting go of that circle of concern. Well, how am I going to get there? The comparison game. People aren't going to want to join. Trust the process, that if you show up and you are yourself and you are connecting with others and you genuinely care, then trust the process, because you will get there. This is not a get rich overnight quick scheme. This is a business that is truly built on relationships and connecting with others. And the more of that you do, the more you serve, the more you will get back. Number 4 is turn your bad days into good data, okay? There is a meaning and a lesson behind everything. Every bad day, every bad situation, you can turn that into a lesson, okay? So just think about that. What did you learn from your bad day? What did you learn from a bad situation? And change that for next time you might encounter that. So, real quick, I'm going to tell you the story about, how Insanity was formed, and it ties into all of this. So Carl Deichler was looking for somebody to do the next program, and we had P90X and Shaun T, as you guys know, had done Hip Hop Abs. So when Shaun T came in and was like, I'm going to do the next program, I got you covered, I want to do it, Carl was like, no, I've seen Hip Hop Abs, like, we don't want something like that. And with Shaun T's tenacity and persistence, and was like, no, I'm going to do this. Challenge me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put something together amazing. And what came from that is, in those conversations, he shared his story with Carl. He was authentically himself. He was open and vulnerable. He was competent and willing to challenge himself. Those 4 things right there we're not in his circle of concern. He was driven by his circle of influence, those things that he could control. And he put together Insanity, one of Beachbody's top programs, and everyone was blown away. So that story right there just shows that we can do anything. We just have to live by those key things, our stories, being authentic, being open and vulnerable, being willing, connecting with others, loving on others, sometimes believing in others before they believe in themselves, and just always showing up with an open heart and an authentic, real personality, you guys. This has been on my heart, and I hope that you took something away from this little video. And if you have any questions or any comments, drop them below. And I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, you guys.